Hey guys, we're back with Jabberwocky. I loaded it here because I accidentally looked at one of the saves with nudity in it. That's page 8. That's the forbidden page. Yeah, we're back with SubaHibi. I'm kind of like, so it's been like 3 days since I last recorded. I'm kind of like not over SubaHibi. Like I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I'm ready for it to end though. Like I think it's a mix between I took a break for a month, and like I've been recording SubaHibi since September, and also like I feel Looking Lesson 6 just killed the pacing for me, right? Like I didn't want to say I love Looking Lesson 6. Like I think, especially the Kimika route, I think might be my favorite portion of SubaHibi so far. Like between the ending itself, which is just nice to have a happy ending, but also like Sakura standing up for herself, all Tomosane in it, Kimika in it, like I just love it, right? And then obviously the main route is just a great job of just making you feel helpless and depressed, but just like it killed the pacing between Invention, where you kind of see the setup for everything, right? And then you go back in the story, you see just you get what I mean, right? Like I do hope Jabberwocky kind of sticks to the point and nails the ending, basically, right? I'm sure I've got like 20 videos left probably, because all the endings and whatnot. My room, because Jabberwocky and Jabberwocky 2 and whatever the other chapter is called, they're all pretty short, I think. Everything changed in the blink of an eye. The time and place are both different from before. This is Mamiya Takuji's. No. Looked over to the side of the bed. The room was partitioned in the middle, so it looked like 2 separate rooms. In reality, it's just a single large one. What, is that how it works? Minakami just never looks at the other side of the room? Suppose it's Minakami Yuki's room too. Either Takuji or Yuki. One of them came home. I'll never get used to this. It's like all that time just disappeared in a puff of smoke. My personality was completely swapped out for someone else, and my consciousness was locked away deep within the subconscious. Even sleepwalkers don't have it this bad. This is really ridiculous. This strange leaps in time and place. Takuji has to be experiencing the same thing. Doesn't he notice these abnormalities? No. Actually, I think Yuki said he didn't notice them at all. Until just recently, Yuki was aware of these sudden changes in time and place, just like I am. The personality known as Minakami Yuki was created long before I was. She was the first to experience this. In truth, I've learned a lot from her. It's only thanks to her that I've come to understand what I am. But she's being gradually cut off from the truth that she's just one of Mamiya Takuji's personalities. So she doesn't notice the inconsistencies like she used to. At first, she simply didn't think it was odd when she noticed one of those inconsistencies. Now she doesn't even realize there are any inconsistencies. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask this in the beginning of the video. With me getting closer to SubaHibi and the fact that there's a backlog, I've been wondering, are there any series you guys would like to see in the future? I've been thinking more Amasa, but there's also one, what was it called? Someone mentioned it to me like a year ago. Is it Hope? No, that's looking at VNDB to see if I forget what it is. It's an old one, like 4x3. It's that old. SubaHibi, but I saw its name recently. I think in relationship to Umineko, actually. I forget where. But that one was on my radar, but Morimasu is like the big one that, like, I see a problem I have with my series is that every once in a while I'll get a series. Well, this is the best it's ever done, where like I get a ton of views, comments, that kind of thing, and then I move on to the next series, which is something completely different, and then no one watches it. And then I move on to something good again, but it was like a completely different audience, that kind of thing, right? So I was just wondering, like, what is the SubaHibi audience into? Because I assume this big audience is here because like there's very little SubaHibi playthroughs on YouTube. Because it's nicher than something like Umineko is, but also like the whole nudity thing, you gotta censor it. You can't stream it like that. You cannot, because you get banned off Twitch. Anyway. Just if anyone has any ideas, feel free to throw them out there. I'd especially love something shorter, by the way. Like, I've been doing SubaHibi since September. Well, I think the first one was in July, actually. right? It's been like half a year. I love something that could just, you know, take me like a month or two to finish. You know, nice little short series. They don't make visual novels like that. That's true. The perhaps she'll eventually start attributing my actions to Mamiya Takuji's actions as her own. Or worse, she might be trapped in an entirely fabricated reality. I wonder if that could actually happen. Rabbit Hole 1? That's just what Yuki told me. I'm not sure if that's actually possible. Our memories are discontinuous, and Yuki can't even spot the inconsistencies anymore, so she has no way of determining how far gone she is. Maybe it's just her gut feeling. When lost within such a labyrinth of cognizances, you can't truly be certain of anything. And Yuki is lost within that maze right now. You can say she fell down the rabbit hole. Hey! I'll definitely know what her world is like. We perceive the world with the same eyes, the same ears, the same brain, and yet, honestly, I never know what she's looking at. This goes back to... Is it Rabbit Hole 1 that talked about this? Maybe Invention did too. But like, I think this is a Wittgenstein thing, where like everyone is their own world or something. I lose track of time and place in the blink of an eye. That's my world. My memories are never supplemented or falsified. I just experience gaps in time. What nonsense. My world is discontinuous. I alone exist within this discontinuous world inside Mamiya Takuji. A discontinuous world, huh? Well, I guess it's fitting for someone in my position. Fitting. That's the best use for it. Mamiya Takuji created us so he could run away from reality. That's why he changed reality when it pleases him. Oh, actually, I forget. I saw that there's another SubaHibi playthrough on YouTube that I can actually use to kind of like see how far along I am. Like how long until the end. Like, hold on. Private tab so it doesn't get recommended to me. SubaHibi playthrough. You know, how popular are SubaHibi playthroughs on YouTube? There's this one guy, Azai Kyosuke, who, like, he doesn't put like a title or a thumbnail, so I don't want to go into that. There was someone who just had like 30-minute videos, which is, you know, about the same length I'm at. Oh, it's gone. Wait, hold on. Search by playlist. Why am I doing this live on a video? I'm gonna get spoiled so hard. I'm gonna get spoiled. Oh, hey, I'm like the fifth one down. That's me. That's me. There we go. New 3012. Don't. Okay, didn't play his voice. Good. It's got 129 videos total. 73, that's... looks like Jabberwocky starts episode 90, so we're like 3/4 of the way through pretty cleanly. Okay. I'd like to know where like Jabberwocky ends, but then if I look at the video too closely, I'll be like, oh, that's a spoiler. I don't want to do that. We're only 3/4 of the way through? Jeez. Minakami Yuki is the personality that Mamiya Takuji desired. She's the personality he will ultimately acquire. So she doesn't even know the truth of what's happening. Rather, she should forget it all. The disappearing memories are the unnecessary ones. They won't be needed in her new life. He's forcibly instilling consistency in her memory so that she might be the one to live on in the future. That's Minakami Yuki's situation right now. Minakami Yuki will be reborn. When she's reborn, she'll lose all of her memories up until now and live on. Why are you being a Yukishio 7? Stop repeating yourself. Live on as the wonderful personality that Mamiya Takuji desired. What about me? I mean, I guess there's probably some people who still hadn't caught on to the fact that they're all one person somehow. What about me? He's leaving behind all the inconsistencies and disharmonies as memories. That's why I don't have any memory at all of the times when I'm unconscious. That's my intended state. Simply because I'm the destroyer, not the creator or the harmonizer. The destroyer ends his life with his own destruction, for the sake of the new world. That's all. Where did those titles come from? There's no need for me to have memories. Doesn't matter if I'm a discontinuous existence. There's nothing I need to have. Masaki? She's close. How long have you been there? Hiding? Did you say something that out loud? Is that, yeah. So, do you know who it is now? Don't call me that. Call me Tomosane-san. How about you actually listen to me for once?
友実兄さんは禁止事項ばっかりで覚えきれない。
There aren't that many things you can't do. Besides, I'm not your brother.
でも兄の姿をした人で今私とお話ができるのは友兄さんだけだ。
You don't call me that. That's even
友兄さ
worse.
んの方が本当は呼びやすい。
There's no way you can call me that.
なら妥協して友実兄さんで落ち着ければいい。それでいいよ。
She says Tomo Nissan at some point, right? Is it Looking Glass? Yeah, I think so. Don't just go deciding that on your own. This is not like I'm the only one you could talk to. You can talk to Minakami Yuki, can't you?
うん。でもどんどん遠くに行っちゃう。もうだいぶちゃんと会ってない。
Properly?
会うには会ってるんだけど、毎日ユキさんとも会うんだけど、でもあのユキさんは私のことなんか見えてない。
Why was it that she could see Hasuki in Rabbit Hole 2 when she went to her house and it wasn't Tsukasa? Does it just depend on where she is? She can't see you, huh? Now that Yuki's isolation has begun, she started to see Hasuki and the Rabbit Doll as two twin girls from Lucky Star. Despite that, there aren't any discrepancies in Yuki's actions. Her perceptions and actions differ from those of the real world. And yet, Hasuki can still tell that Minakami Yuki can't see the real Hasuki anymore.
だから友兄さんだけが話し相手と言っても言い過ぎじゃない。
Now that I think of it, Scotty must be a real fan of KyoAni, huh? Because I know that you're Haruhi. I obviously Lucky Star, Clannad. Like, well, I mean, they're probably familiar with the Clannad visual novel. They've got to be. Still, don't call me that.
優しくしてやれよ。
You jump scare Yuki. Ah!
どうしたの？
Oh yeah, she can't see her. It's nothing. Hey, didn't you already show up once today?
なんだよ。お姉さんが一日何度も出てくるとなんか不服なの？
It's not what I'm talking about.
誰と話してるの？
ちわー、美味しそうだね、はずきちゃん。
はあ、ユキさん？
そうそう。いつもごめんね。ちゃんと対応してあげられなくて。
Hazuki is real accepting of the fact that whatever's going on with her brother.
あ、いいえ。ということは、トモ兄さんと入れ替わったんですか？
No, we're both here. She's creepy seeing an illusionary person standing there next to someone who's real.
そりゃ、お互い様だってばさ。
ユキさん、私のことわかるんですか？
うん。もう数週間ぶりみたいだね。こうやってちゃんとお話できるのって。
はい。
やっぱりそうなんだ。まあ自覚はないんだけどね。とりあえず日にちが飛んだ感覚しかないんだよね。
What's going on? You said those times when you forget everything were getting longer, didn't you?
うん、そうだね。長くなってる。
How did you appear twice in one day?
だからさ、あれだよ。連休って切れる瞬間が一番明るいって言うじゃん。
Who says that? Just before it goes out. So the only reason you're appearing so much is because you're just about to be cut off.
だから、そう言ってるじゃん。
今のお話だと、ユキさんはもう私を見ることなくなるということでしょうか？双子の。
ああ、若月鏡と若月司ね。いやー、正直ごめん。努力はしてるんだけどね。思い出せないことの方が多いんだ最近。
I wonder if the name Wakatsuki is a reference to anything. Wait, that's not their last name in Lucky Star. I feel like I looked this up before. Hold on, Lucky Star. Yeah, no, it's Hiragi. Okay. Not them.
せめて、切り離された後の私が、葉崎ちゃんを騙しきれるほどに完璧だったらよかったんだけどね。
Wakatsuki? The Japanese destroyer Wakatsuki is an Akizuki class destroyer of the Imperial Japanese Navy? Maybe it's that. You can't fool her. She can tell the difference.
他の人間はそうでもないみたいなんだけどね。やっぱり親しい人にはわかるよね。私が全然違うものを見てしまってること。
いいえ。でも、久 しぶりにお話できて嬉しいです、ゆきさん。
Hey, Hasaki.
はい。
Why do you call her Yuki-san? By your logic, she should be Yuki-ne-san or Yuki-ni-san, shouldn't she?
ゆきさんはゆきさんだって、ゆきさんだから。
You're not even trying to give me a real explanation.
しゃあないじゃん。中身女だけど外見男の人間なんて兄さんとも姉さんとも呼べないでしょ。
Well, maybe... Well, remember, Hasaki had a twin brother who for a while I was thinking like had some direct correlation to Tomosane. But that still could be like somehow, like at least with the name Tomosane, right? Which is where Takaji took it from. Well, Yuki is someone Takaji just made up, you know, like his like mother's ideal or whatever, right? So, you know, Hasaki wouldn't have a reason to call Yuki, you know, Nisan, Nasan, whatever. But Tomosane, you know, that's right on the outside. Huh? That makes sense. To Hasaki, that's what Yuki looks like. To me, it looks like Yuki was standing next to Hasaki. Chris thought Yuki was an illusion. It's nothing more than an image created by my brain. But that illusion was laughing and talking animatedly with Hasaki. I started to shake the feeling that she was actually there. Okay, sorry, we're back. It started storming last night. But it's funny how, like, when I'm not reading SubaHibi, I'm like, I don't want to read SubaHibi. Well, yeah, when I'm in here, I'm like, yeah, Minakami Hasaki content, let's go. It's funny how that works. Anyway, Hasaki can't say Yuki I see at all. She can hear Minakami Yuki's voice from Mamiya Takaji's mouth. It's the same when I talk too. Still no reason to call me her brother.
嫌だね。なんでそう頭固いの？お姉さん悲しいな。
And for the record, you're not my sister either.
なら、恋人同士にでもなる？
Yes, 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 yes,
それ
yes,
は
yes.
ダメです。
Shut up, Hasaki.
その
Oh, actually, sorry, I'm Minakami. Wait. What do we ship? Oh no, we're in a... Because before, you know, Minakami Zakuro was obviously the superior ship. Everyone knows this. But then Kimika Zakuro happened. But then there's also Takuji Kimika. I guess... But, well, if they're all the same person, they could all just date Kimika. And it works out.
とも兄さんから見えるゆきさんって美人なんですよね。
Who said that? And they, oh, and also Zakuro. Right, I forgot about Zakuro.
私だよ。
Give me one of those, you know, the three dating, like, not polygamy. What's the other poly word that everyone's into nowadays? You know the one. Don't make stuff up. How do you know what you look like to me?
でもさ、間宮拓司が望んだ女だぜ。美人じゃないわけない
Oh,
だ
I
ろ。
never thought, wait. If she looked in a mirror, she'd see what she looks like, right? Right? You might be what Mamiya Takaji's likes, but I'm not into girls like you at all. You Sudora.
なんだよ。んじゃ、
Uh-oh.
葉崎ちゃんみたいなロリタイプが好みか？
You dumb? Hasaki's my little sister, isn't she? Hook, line, sinker. Good job, you Minakami.
おや？
Dang it.
なんだよ。妹って認めてるのかよ。
No, I mean, physically. Physically, but she's my little sister.
肉体的に兄弟？
Sorry?
何それエロい。
No, genetically. She's only my sister genetically. I'm a different personality from Mamiya Takaji, so then that way she's not my sister.
都合がいいんですね。
Uh-oh. Huh?
つまり結城友実さんの都合のいい時だけ私って妹だったり他人だったりするんだ。
What? She's getting really upset for some
他
reason.
人ならご飯とか自分の分ぐらい自分で作ってよね、ゆきさん。
No! Hasaki suddenly turned and walked towards the door.
ほら
Anything
さ、
but
友
that.
さね。少しは優しくしてやれよ。
Tomosada was like, 8-year-old, make me dinner. How old is Hasaki? They could probably be 12. Hey! Yuki pushed Hasaki toward me. Hasaki lost her balance and fell into my arms. Oh, because this is just them doing it. It wasn't me! In reality, it probably looked like I had something embraced Hasaki from behind. Yuki did that!
でもこんなに強く抱きしめられると苦しいかもしれない。
ほらさ、たまには抱いてやれよ。兄弟なんだからこんなことだってあるだろ。
No, it's not. I don't know what world you're living. But over here, it's not normal to hug your sister like this.
ゆきさんなんですか？
うん。だいたい私が友実に葉咲ちゃんを押さえつけてる感じかな。
What exactly are you making us do? Siblings hug all the time. It's fine.
仲良くしてくれよ。兄弟でさ。じゃなきゃお姉さん悲しいぞ。
I told you, you're not my big
で
sister.
もさ、葉咲ちゃんに優しくしてあげられるのもうあんただけなんだからさ。
That's not true. That's not true, Yuki.
違くない。
Usually Yuki's perfectly laid back, but this time she was pretty angry. I guess Yuki didn't say that to anyone but me. Hasaki just looked at me, apparently not hearing Yuki's
あんただ
outburst.
けが葉咲ちゃんを守れるんだから。なんでそれがわからない。
It's just what you want to believe.
なんでそうなるんだよ。
You're just isolated. You know dang well why that's happening. We're created to protect Hasaki. We each have our role to act out, for Hasaki's sake. For Hasaki, who has nothing, we must kill Mamiya Takuchi's existence, and create a new Minakami Yuki personality.
だからそんなの決まってないよ。全てから切り離された私が葉咲ちゃんを守れるわけないでしょ。
Yeah, because Minakami didn't know Hasaki at all. They went to their house once. You'll protect her. Even if she thinks she's protecting Wakatsuki, Kagami, and Tsukasa, Minakami and Yuki will still do anything to protect Tsukasa, who is Hasaki. That's how it was designed.
そんなの葉咲ちゃんを守ってることになんかならない。
Yeah, she protected her very well in Rabbit Hole 1 and the Tsukasa ending. Which almost definitely has an H scene in it. Because I'm missing 2 H scenes. And, I didn't do the Kagami or the Tsukasa ending, so I mean... Who cares if it's the same? The end result is that you'll be protecting Hasaki. Isn't that good enough?
葉咲ちゃんの心は葉咲ちゃんの心を守れないような切り離された私が結果としてだって守ることなんてできない。
Mom and Dad are fighting. What more can we do?
だから葉咲ちゃんに優しくしろって言ってんだよ。
Existence is going to disappear. It's your role to protect Hasaki. My role is to destroy the personality known as Mamiya
そ
Takuchi.
れこそあんたの思い込みだよ。
You dumb? It's not just an assumption. Even you know that this was well determined ahead of time. I'll kill Mamiya Takuchi, then I'll disappear. You'll be isolated from that ugly truth. You'll be the one to protect Hasaki.
なんも分かってないね。あんたも拓司と変わらずガキだよ。人にとって必要なものって事実や結果だけだと思ってるんだからさ。
You're the little brat. You're constantly jabbering on about nonsense. So are they doing all this out loud? For a moment it looked like Yuki was about to say something, but then she just smiled.
分かった分かった。最後のは言い過ぎたよ。
And is he still hugging Hasaki?
でもさ、葉咲ちゃん自身の心を分かってやれなきゃ彼女を守るとは言わないと思うよ。もしあんたが消えるとしても今葉咲ちゃんと心から話し合えるのはあんただけなんだからさ。
Or maybe this is all happening in like a single split second.
だからさ、もう少し優しくしてあげなよ。
Yuki disappeared like a mirage. As that happened, Hasaki moved away from me.
ゆきさん。
You're looking for Yuki? She's not here anymore.
そうなの？
Yeah, we got into a bit of a fight. Okay, that's all in their head. Don't know if I ticked her off or what, but she just disappeared.
そうなんだ。ちゃんとしたゆきさんとちゃんとまた会えるかな。
She always had a strong sense of responsibility. I'm sure she won't let that be our final farewell. She'll come back soon.
それより夕ご飯冷めちゃったんじゃないかな。
Yeah, probably. You're really making the 12-year-old cook for you.
温め直すから10分ぐらい待っててくれるかな。ごめん。
Hasaki dashed out of the room. Yuki wanted to say something. At the end, she held something back. Even though we're the same person, I can't tell what she's thinking. Though to be honest, I don't understand myself all that well either. There isn't very much I know about myself. I learned in my own existence through pain. The smell of rusting iron in my nose, a decaying structure, a condemned building. Those are the kinds of things I could smell. Ow. Pain ran through my jaw. The smell of iron and this pain. Did I bite down on a thumbtack? That's not it. That's not it. Oh, are we... What's going on? What's wrong with him? You give him a concussion or something? Mamiya, the world of fighting is kill or be killed. Fighting. Two unfamiliar men. One was grabbing my shirt by the lapels. When I saw that, I noticed my shirt was pretty dirty. The buttons were torn off. There's slobber and dried blood on it. The other two men's shirts were completely clean. A one-sided fight. Are these guys really that tough? Even if they are, it doesn't matter. Huh? Right. I grabbed him by the wrist. Then I used my left hand to drive his wrist into his chest. My right hand to grab his arm and twist it upwards. My body moved with those ingrained motions. Ah! I wish schizophrenia gave me superpowers. When I broke his wrist, he crumpled helplessly. They're not strong at all. What? That's... Yeah! That's a disappointment. It was so easy to grab him by the wrist. How did I get beaten up before? You guy! Ah! Can't believe Vito just died. He clutched his midsection as he fell. I stomped on his face as he laid on the ground. He lost consciousness after the first stomp, but I kept stomping his face into the dirt anyway. Oh, maybe each chapter is a Bully Revenge chapter. This is the Ida Revenge chapter. Ah! When he saw what happened to his friend, the man with the broken wrist screamed. Guess he lost the will to fight. Put all my weight into a kick and got him directly in the jaw. Tried to use his other arm to block it. Wasn't fast enough, so he fell backward onto his butt. Pardon my French. I straddled him on the ground. You thought I'd let you off with just the arm? My hands are fricked up. My fists are covered in a thick layer of blood. Not just other people's blood either. My hand was covered in multiple lacerations, each more than 10 centimeters long. Flesh was protruding from the gaping holes. I was to cut myself on their teeth. Sure, there were more efficient ways of dealing with them if I just wanted to defeat them. At the very least, I wouldn't have punched them in the face so many times. The blood just rushed to my head. Well then, cleanup time. Stop! Forgive me! Ah! Oh! I stuffed branches in their noses and mouths and then punched them like that. Blood flew everywhere. Normally I'd be like, don't you feel bad? They're just, but we had looking lesson sex. Beat them up, put branches in them. But who cares? There's too much blood to see how bad his face looked, but he probably needs stitches in and around his mouth. Stop! You never stopped when anyone asked you to. Now did you? And I mean, also what they did is my own invention, but like up until now, I was always kind of thinking like, did the rape scene actually happen? But I mean, I'm assuming this is happening after it. My legs kind of felt breezy. Oh yeah, it was really easy to move, but kind of felt like I was wearing a hakama. Why am I wearing a hakama? Maybe this was a match. That's why I was wearing clothes for martial arts. Ah, what is this? Didn't feel breezy because I was wearing a hakama. It's just a regular skirt. Why am I wearing a skirt? You guys, pardon my French. What the heck is this? Sorry. You think you could apologize for this? Why would they make me wear something like this? This is a girl's uniform. Why am I wearing a girl's uniform? You little punks. Please, you'll kill us. Fearing the worst, I checked my underwear. The underwear was incredibly soft and very tight. The parts that felt kind of rough were probably lace. This isn't anything a man should be wearing. You guys, what do you make me put on? I was more than just angry. I was desperate. Why am I wearing this? But the frick was happening up until now. Wearing girls' clothing. They even made me put on girls' underwear. Is that why you feel so wet down there? Oh, wow. You guys. I inflicted as much pain as possible without killing them. This time I focused on inflicting pain on parts of their body other than their faces. They might not be able to hold a pencil for a while. I took one of their uniforms. It was a bit loose, but it was better than nothing. Couldn't do anything about the underwear, so I just didn't wear any. It's not like a man has anything to be embarrassed about if they don't want to wear any underwear. So true? Can't believe this. Even if I had no recollection of the event, can't believe they'd do that to me. What utter humiliation. Makes me want to hurt myself. Disgusting. I was too scared to ask what happened before. If I asked, I would have killed them when I heard the answer. Wiped it off with a tissue, but that sticky stuff on my body must have been semen. Well, my butt doesn't hurt, so at least the worst thing possible didn't happen. I'd like to believe it didn't anyway. That's a line. That's a line. Is getting fricked in the butt really the worst thing possible? Think about it. It wouldn't be odd if they had done that. I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. I've seen that one. I believe I've seen that quote somewhere. Is that his quote on VNDB? Hold on. If you go to his page, yeah, that's the highest quote for some reason. I forget why I was on his page, but I remember seeing that like weeks ago. And yeah, the best line is the second highest quote. I'm upvoting that. I didn't even know you could vote for that. Work, courage, and freaking courage. I don't know. I've seen Takuji's because I've looked at Takuji's. Oh, I know why I was on his page. I was trying to see if Tonomo-san had an equivalent in Sui no Sora. Because if we click on Takuji's page, you can see Takuji in like Sui no Sora Remake. With Tomosan, he's just not in it. Poor guy. What the heck did they do to me? Just to be safe, I rinsed out my mouth too. I don't know what the heck happened. Whatever. I'll just torture these frickers until they want to die. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The Takuji crying? What? That sound isn't one of the guys from before. This voice. I heard someone's voice from the clothes I took off. What is this? This whimpering voice. I think I've heard it before. I think I heard it before it came to exist. The discarded clothes were rose up and filled out. After the process was complete. Don't make me censor. Don't make me censor. Don't make me censor. Mamiya Takuji. The discarded clothes on the ground turned into Mamiya Takuji. Mamiya Takuji was still wearing that female uniform as he lay there on the ground, curled into a ball and bawling his eyes out. Somehow, I understood everything once I saw that. Where was I? Where I should be going? Where I was. I instantly knew what I was and why I existed. In a way, maybe I'm blessed. Do other people have such a clear reason to tear? It's reason to live. I know my French in that case. No, they suffer because they don't. But I have been blessed. Because I was born with a reason to exist. No matter what that reason is, it is a blessing. Hey! What are you doing? Hey you, I didn't ask for an apology. I asked what you're doing. Why are you wearing girls' clothes? That's nasty. Is that some new fad? Every time I hit him, I felt the same pain. This scene hurts when you think that this is Takuji self-deprecating himself. Like, I don't like feeling sympathy for Takuji. Empathy, I don't know the different word meanings. I don't like feeling sorry for Takuji. It was completely different from when I was hitting those other guys. I share the same body as this nasty fricker. I'm a separate personality born within this disgusting human being. Am I raised to tear? Hey you, how about you give me a good explanation for this? To erase Mamiya Takuji. To eradicate Mamiya Takuji's personality and purge him from this body. That's what he wanted me to do. He made me for the purpose of his own destruction. That's why. Come on! Felt intense pain every time I punched him. Every punch lit my brain up with pain. I have pretty good technique. Even I'm impressed. Never would have thought this tiny body was capable of inflicting so much pain. You know, I wonder why the Takuji rape scene didn't hit me as hard as the Zakuro one. Is it? Well, I'm thinking, like, what really hit me about the Zakuro one wasn't the scene itself or the aftermath. And in It's My Own Adventure, it's kind of brushed off as just like, oh yeah, this is how Tomosane first showed up. And then it's never really brought up again? Maybe that's why? You get turned on when you wear those clothes? Freaking disgusting.
喜んでなんか
Yes, you did. I mean, part of it could also be like, I'm probably more sympathetic to Zakuro because, you know, everyone loves Zakuro, but then, you know, Takuji, he's a Takuji. It was through pain that I first came into existence. That pain turned into light. Then my vision cleared. The pain sewed together the world seems, but the world isn't light. The world isn't vision. I experienced that firsthand. Existence isn't only defined by vision. Then is it defined by the five senses? Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Is the world the totality of the things which one can sense? Oh my god, Wittgenstein. Is it enough to simply see the world? Is it enough to simply hear the world? The world's texture, the world's taste, versus the taste of dirt, the smell of grass, the feel of the wind, the sound of trees swaying in the distance, and the great blue sky above. I saw the clouds racing across the blue sky. I heard the sound of the city. I felt the wind, and I tasted saliva. That is the world. The thing I can feel make up the world. The things I can feel. Everything that has been given to me is the world. Most people understand it to be so. But is it truly so? No. I didn't believe that for a second. As one who exists only momentarily, I won't accept lies such as the world is everything you can perceive in a given moment. Everything I can perceive is neither the world nor the world's limits. I learned that fact. I know a world that I can't see, hear, touch, or taste. Beyond the edge of the world, I know things that I'll never see, never touch, never feel. It's simple. I was born in this moment. I should know nothing more than what I can perceive at this moment. I know nothing. And yet, this building I'm looking at right now, even if I can't see its interior, I know its interior. I can imagine what lies on the other side of that wall. I can imagine what lies beyond the sky. What's more, I know the meaning of many things impossible to experience. That's perfectly natural. For instance, say someone passes a house every morning on their way to school. It doesn't matter who it is. A normal house that doesn't stand out in any way. That someone sees the house's door every morning. Not a door that anyone would pay attention to. Why don't we fear what lies on the other side of that door? Beyond that door? Oh. I don't think I double-clicked? I don't think I did. That could very well be the edge of the world. At the very least, we've never seen what lies on the other side. We can't deny the possibility that the world's limit lies on the other side of that door. And yet, we know. Nothing unknown to us lies on the other side. Tomosane's been reading David Hume. I think this is Hume-ish. There's no way the edge of the world could lie on the other side of that door. If one doesn't fear what turning a corner they've never turned before, they have no reason to fear that door. I know that the world also consists of scenes we'll never see in our lifetime. Sight is not the world. Hearing is not the world. Neither touch, taste, or smell. Can't even be pain. Then what is the world? The answer isn't actually very complicated. The world? Take a drink every time SubaHibi references Wittgenstein. Is everything that can be put into words. The world is everything that has meaning. Truth and fiction. There's such a difference. But it's not so complicated. There's no need to make it sound complicated. There's no need to dwell upon the unknowable. My hand won't open anymore. I punched too much. Beat 3 people to a pulp in such a short time. If I truly wanted to destroy them, I could have done it with 1/10 as much effort, but my goal was to inflict pain. Use my fist more than necessary. Take that off. This is nasty. Don't question me. Take it off!
下着も
Of course! Take off all those girls' clothes. I took the female uniform away from him. When I looked at the name tag, it said Takashima Zakuro. Clean the dirty underwear in the sink and use some tissues to get the dirt off the uniform. This girl is such a pain. Maybe I could have just washed it in the laundry, but that girl's probably in quite a bind without her uniform. When does this take place? Found a bag to stick her uniform in and headed to her classroom. That one? There's one lonesome student still in her PE uniform. Looked just like someone had bullied her and hidden her uniform. These guys are such a pain in the butt. Even if those bullies made him do it, it was still Takuji who actually stole these clothes. It's really not a good situation. Walked up to the crestfallen girl anyway.
誰
These are stolen, right? Your uniform is in here.
あなたは
Me, I'm looks at the blackboard curtains. I almost said Yuki Tomosane, but I managed to stop myself in time. No one by that name exists. Oh, so he just inherently knows that name? I'm Mamiya Takuji. I'm in the next class over.
どうして
Who knows? Did Sakuro mention this in Looking Glass Insects? I feel like there might have been a line like saying like we met once before or something maybe. Anyway, I'm giving them back.
あの
What?
すごい傷だらけです
Oh, don't worry, those guys are hurt even more. Huh? Really? I touched my own face with my hand. It was covered in cuts and bruises.
取り返してくれたのですか
No, that's not it.
でも傷だらけです
I was threatened and forced to steal it. I came to return it. That's all.
あの
I quickly left without saying anything else. Partly because I didn't want to associate with anyone Mamiya Takuji didn't know. But more importantly, I'm no good at dealing with a woman. Dude, he's so cool. He puts on sunglasses as he walks away. What a mess. There's a big explosion. It's after school. The sun is low in the sky. Is this still after the... Oh, well, how far in are we? I don't remember how long. Oh, this is 26, not 6. Yeah, okay, we'll call it there. We'll call it there. I thought it was like 35 minutes. No. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. I will see you guys next time with some more SubaHibi. I'm tired, but I'll probably do one more tonight. See you guys then. Bye.